Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. On air at News Talk 96.1
Can you hear me
and
out there?
1180 KERN. Online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Download that Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us on all of your holiday vacations the last week, I suppose. And find us streaming live on YouTube. That's right. Head over to YouTube, look up Kern Radio, subscribe, and hit that notification bell and come along with us every single day as we go live at 2:05. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR? It is maybe, possibly the final show of the year. Maybe I'll sneak in Tuesday or Wednesday. You know, it's just possible. It's just, we'll see what happens. If I get bored, I'm sitting around the house, you know.
I was going to ask you if you were going to have guests.
The kid ditches me again like she did last week, and I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
You know, we'll figure it out as the days go by. But we do have a great show for you lined up today. Like I said, it is the final one of the year. So we'll talk about the stories of the year, obviously, here at the JR Show. It's focusing on local stories, that is. Zach Scrivener, I would say, dominated headlines this year. What one else? The Genesis Mata case, the Brazilian butt lift, Madison Williams. We'll talk about all those and break them down for you. The top stories. If you guys have any that come to mind, you can call in or text 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Since it's going to be New Year's, we'll talk about new laws that are going into effect in the coming years. Who's getting pay raises? Who's getting paid? Who should be wearing face masks? Who shouldn't be wearing face masks? What your landlord has to give you? All kinds of sorts of new things. What you can and can't do to your cat. The things that we have to make a law for. We'll get into it later in the broadcast. And then we'll break down the weekend of sports and all kinds of other little stories. Beyonce has become a billionaire. She has joined a few others, musicians.
Including her husband?
Including her husband. I'll tell you the others. And it just made me go, how the hell did they become billionaires?
God, could you think about that, though? You and your wife are billionaires.
And Jay-Z is the richer, by the way.
No, well, by far.
He's the original hip-hop billionaire.
God, that's just incredible to think about, though. Like
it was. That's why when I saw the story, I automatically was like, hold on a second.
Not the two of you together. No. Individually.
Individually. They're billionaires.
Got more money than they'll ever need.
I'll tell you what they are worth separately. And I don't know if they share money, so combined, but and who else is on the list, which got me thinking, how did these people make all of this money? It couldn't just be from music, right? I'll break down how some of them did make their money. Speaking of money, the Hard Rock handed out a couple of jackpots over the weekend. We'll tell you how much they won and who did. And what else? Where to recycle a tree so it doesn't end up in my alley. Saw one down the alley halfway down there. Did you see it, Chris?
I did, actually, yeah.
I'll tell you.
To avoid it, but I saw it.
I saw it too. I said, okay. I went in and bought a fake tree this year, by the way. First year I've had a fake tree in 5 years. And I hated every second of it, except for the part where I just get to throw it in the box now. I don't have to worry about taking it to get recycled or chopping it up and hiding it in the dumpster no, none of that. The neighbor's dumpster, by the way. And no, that wasn't mine down the alley. But I'll tell you where you can recycle yours if you do have a new one. And we'll go over some New Year's resolutions. Mine, maybe Chris Burdick will share his. And if you guys want to share yours, again, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. There was one other thing. Oh, and sports. We'll break down who's in and out of the NFL playoffs. Anthony Joshua just got in a car accident after kicking
this morning.
Yeah, this morning. We'll break down what happened there. And there was another sports story, and I can't remember what it is now. But I'll ask our man Chris Burdick, host
The
of
Georgetown coach getting suspended for throwing a bottle at a kid. Not on purpose, but he did.
Oh, no, I think I did see that story. Yes. We'll break down all of those with our man Chris Burdick, host of the Early Bird Special. You can hear that on our sister station, KGEO Sports Talk, 12:30 a.m., 101.1 FM.
I don't know why that story just tickles me every time I think about it. It's just like he got suspended for 2 games for throwing a water bottle at a child in frustration.
He got mad and he threw the bottle. It happens to all of us. Don't act like it doesn't.
Okay, not on purpose. He wasn't aiming for the kid, but it just happened.
I threw the bottle and the kid was there. Wrong place, wrong time.
His player missed a 3-pointer to tie the game. He said, "Dang it!" and threw
the bottle. Oh, and that was the other thing. The NFL again over the weekend, on Saturday at least. Couldn't watch. What was it on Saturday afternoon? Paramount.
Well, Christmas Day games were Netflix
and not Netflix, and what was the other one? It wasn't just Netflix Amazon Prime.
And Prime,
right?
Like it usually is. On
and then
Thursday.
Saturday was NFL Network was in the evening, and I don't have NFL Network.
Peacock? Was it Peacock?
I think it was Peacock. And again, I don't have Peacock. So for the second week in a row on Saturdays,
you could just call me. I can give you my login.
I couldn't watch football. It's going down a scary alley. We'll talk about that as well, where the NFL is headed with their broadcast. And is it doing a disservice to the average watching fan?
Here's the thing, though.
Chris is like chomping at the bit already. Okay, just share passwords.
What's the solution?
Just share passwords.
Well, no, but yes. But
yes, but no.
Just make an NFL app.
I thought about this years ago.
Make an NFL app where you pay the app to basically be your cable box.
I thought about that years ago. I always wondered why the NFL sold its product to DirecTV when it can take complete ownership of it and distribution of it by making its own app. And then you just pay through the NFL app to watch what it's like having
the UFC route.
Yeah. Well, UFC is pair of what? Paramount now?
Yeah, well, that's multiple too, because ESPN, Paramount, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can watch it.
Yeah. Again, it's all the sports. And I'm curious to see where other sports are going to go down that route. And like I said, is it a disservice to the average sports watcher like myself that isn't going to pay for every single freaking service just so I can watch sports? No, it's not worth it to me. I thought we were cutting the cord. So we'll get into that as well. Did you do anything over the weekend, Chris? Any more Christmas celebrations you had to attend?
I had a Christmas celebration on Friday with my dad.
There you go.
Which was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We got to have dinner and all that type of stuff. And then just helped our neighbor move into his new apartment.
Yeah. Did he get the fridge?
Huh?
Did he get the fridge?
He did get the fridge, yeah.
He did?
Oh, no, not from our guy. Oh. No. He was gifted one from somebody else. He lucked out. I did tell him about that, though. I did tell him, I was like, if you would have waited like a week, you would have gotten a free fridge.
I'll break down that. Yes. 2 days he would have gotten, or what, 1 week he would have gotten a fridge.
Yeah, 1 week. I don't think it's actually on January 1st. I'm pretty sure it's like a couple days in, but still.
Yeah. We'll explain, and part of our new California laws is what landlords have to supply you now if you're moving in after January 1st. I didn't do anything, though. Saturday morning, I went to breakfast at 24th Street Cafe. I'm so lost track of days. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
Don't blame you.
These 2 weeks are the worst for me keeping a schedule, even though I'm terrible at it anyways. And I'm lost. Not only have I taken days off of work, my daughter is out of school, which throws my schedule all out of whack. I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday, apparently. So Saturday, I went to breakfast at 24th Street with my mom and my daughter, and then I just hung around for the rest of the day. We played a couple games, played with the new toys that the kid got for Christmas, busted out a couple things, but that was it. Just hung out. Realized I couldn't watch football, so I just hung out. And then Sunday, I did the same thing. I was lazy and just watched football all day. And speaking of, I think I lost my fantasy football.
Did you really?
Here at the American General Media Complex, we have a fantasy football league, and I was playing the owner's son. And I knew I had a long shot because let's just say I wasn't playing with the girl I showed up with at the dance, right? Like I had a whole different team. My quarterback got hurt. Patrick Mahomes is out, which affected Travis Kelce. And then the Raiders took out Max Crosby. Yes, we started defensive players. And so my whole team was just falling apart.
You starting to sound like Greg Kerr.
Look, I was just playing with what I was given. And so I was going for it, right?
Greg is so heartbroken. He didn't even come into work today.
He didn't even come into work today. Did he lose the third place game?
I don't know. No, I think because Jay said that he still has got a chance. He's down like 13 points.
It's like me. I got a shot. I'm down by 40. And I have Williams tonight for the Rams. He has a linebacker who I hope gets hurt in warmups. But so three of my key players out. And I scrambled. Last week, I was able to win with Rodgers. I was already down going into Sunday. I wake up Sunday morning and I'm looking at it and I'm just not feeling Aaron Rodgers. And so what do? I pick up the Saints quarterback.
Tyler Shock, I told you.
And I put him in.
He has won me over.
And he showed up for me. He put in 25 points and I was like, okay.
He looks like a dude.
I was happy with that. I made one right. And then I threw in some other linemen for Max Crosby who ended up getting me like 2 points. Failure. I messed up in starting my defense. But here's the thing where I really, really tried, Chris. So I wake up Saturday morning and I'm looking at the matchup and it looks like I'm beat.
Yeah.
And then I notice he doesn't have a kicker in the starting position. And I say, wait a second. Why doesn't the owner's son have a kicker in to start his game? And I look and he picked up a kicker that morning or late that evening.
False sense of security.
And dropped his kicker. He ended up picking up Tampa Bay's kicker, who I had, and I dropped, and he's like the number 3 or 4 kicker. And I had the number 1 kicker, so I didn't need him anymore. But Sam picks him up. But when you pick up a kicker and you drop the kicker that's in the starting position, it doesn't automatically put the new guy in the starting lineup. By that time, it was 10-10. The game had started, and he's got Tampa Bay's kicker on the bench and doesn't have a kicker in. And I'm like, I gotta block him. And tell me if this is dirty, Chris. I go into the available players, and I look at all the kickers that are available, and I start picking them all up. I end up having 4 kickers on my bench.
Wow.
So he couldn't pick up a kicker to put in because the kicker
he
he picked up was already on the bench and the game had already started, so he couldn't put him in. And then so I picked up 4 different kickers, and he's still going to beat me without a kicker. So I tried, but to no avail. That was my weekend spent trying to win an extra couple $100 out of fantasy football. But looking forward to next year, already planned it to this year. I have to look at it, Chris, and go, I didn't lose $700. I won $400, right? That's the grateful mindset that I'm trying to take into 2026. We'll see how long it lasts. Let's go to a break. On the other side, we'll talk about some new laws going into effect here in California, the ones that you should know about. Do you deserve a pay raise? Talk about 3 different sectors of people that get pay raises this year. I don't think I'm on one of them. Later in the show, what?
I was going to say, I is.
You is. Later in the program, we'll talk about some of the stories of the year, at least here locally. If you want to contribute, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Then a bunch of small stories. Beyonce becomes a billionaire. The Hard Rock handing out jackpots. Where to recycle your trees. And our New Year's resolutions. All coming up. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KER.
What is up, y'all? Good day, good day, good day. Is this thing working? Vamos Niners. Get out of here with that Niners. What's up, Jimmy Eggs? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Christopher Orr. But I know what you meant. Good tidings to you, sir. And Chris is going to get back to you about coming on, Chris. Yeah, see, your Giants suck too. 2 words, JR. Jailbreak Fire Stick. I know. My brother-in-law has one, and I just need to hurry up and just get it. Because, yeah. I'm still on vacation, JR. And I only know what day it is because I got the notification. There you go, Sergio. It's going to screw you up tomorrow when you don't go get that notification, though. What are you going to do? New Year's resolution, lose another 20 pounds as not to have fatty liver disease. There you go. And be the best human being I can be. 2 very good resolutions there, Mr. Orr. I'm going to join you on both of those. I plan to lose probably about 25 pounds and be a better human, be better spiritually, all that stuff. Sergio, do you get a raise? Do you get a raise? Are you exempt? I will tell you. Hope you guys all had a great weekend, though. What happened to the storm that was supposed to come in? Wasn't it supposed to be the flood of the century and it was flooding and da-da-da-da-da? I don't know what happened. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to do something you should never do on, at least on the radio. A little ASMR. I don't know if you guys can hear me clipping my Instagram. I got a date tonight. No, I'm not telling you with you. None of y'all business. How about that? I'll share something with you guys in the last break. So stay tuned for that. No, not who I have a date with tonight or where I'm going, but I'll share with you something I'm feeling today. Maybe it's just my paranoia. Who knows?
AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Before you left ass up to a ball of power, 1,000 miles per hour. Hello, ghetto, let your brain breathe. Believe that's always more. Don't pull the bang out.
Unless you plan to bang bombs over Baghdad. Oh. Bombs over Baghdad. That's one group I would wish would get back together for at least one show. Maybe one year. Coachella or something will get them back together.
Money will make people do some crazy things.
The fact that they were both at because they got inducted, that we're talking about Outkast, by the way, one of my favorite hip hop groups of all time. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. And both of them were in attendance. And they both were up there together during the acceptance speech or whatever. But when it came time to perform, no Andre 3000. Big boy loves to get in front of a camera and perform, but no Andre 3000. And so we wait for the Outkast reunion still. I did get a chance to see them a long time ago, back in the late 90s. But we sit and we wait. Speaking of waiting, only a couple more days of waiting until a couple of new laws kick in. Are you going to be affected by any of them? We probably a few of them, or at least the ones that we're going to talk about here. Minimum wage is set to go up. All you minimum wagers out there, go up to $16.90. Of course, unless you're a fast food worker, or you're already making, how much are they making an hour? 20. Every time I go through the drive-through of a fast food restaurant and they screw up my order, I swear I just want to take that food and look at them and tell them, you do not deserve 20. You can't even get my order right. And you want $20. Better take your butt to college. But minimum wage goes up to $16.90.
Oh, it's higher than I thought.
Why they didn't just give the extra 10 cents?
That's my question. Why don't we just get the 17?
I know it's based on like whatever cost of living and all these other different factors go into how you get to $17.90 or $16.90, but come on. The extra 10 cents, you couldn't just round it out and just give them 17. Goodness gracious. So all the minimum wage employees go up to $16.90, which means, and this is something that I learned, if you are an exempt, and if you don't know the difference between an exempt employee and a non-exempt employee, you might want to look that up. But a non-exempt employee basically it has to take breaks, has to take a lunch, and is entitled to overtime pay after 40 hours a week. That's what a non-exempt employee is. An exempt employee means that you're exempt from all of those things. You don't have to, you don't get overtime. You're not entitled to breaks, all of that. Now, non-exempt hourly employees don't get a raise because minimum wage goes up. Like, oh, minimum wage went up, but you would think all the employees in there would maybe get a little bump too. Everybody rises, right? No, but exempt employees, they do, because an exempt employee's salary is based on minimum wage, meaning if you are an exempt employee in California, you should be making this year in 2025, $68,000, because your salary is supposed to be twice of what the minimum wage is based on a 40-hour work week. And since minimum wage is going up, your pay goes up. And if you are an exempt employee in California, you should now be paid $70,000 a year. So just check that in case you're being misclassified in your employment somewhere. I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of tips. That's all. Landlords, another new law. Me and Chris were just discussing this as we got a new neighbor in our complex. His friend moved in over the weekend. Had he just waited one more week, starting January 1st, landlords now have to supply you with a refrigerator and a stove. Now, I thought stoves were always a part of the deal because I've never moved into a place and not gotten a stove. But I guess it has been. But now, and I've never moved into a place and gotten a fridge. I know some places do offer that, but I've never moved into a place and gotten a fridge. Now, by law, if you move in after January 1st, your landlord has to supply you with a refrigerator. So just a heads up, if you plan on moving in the new year, you're about to get a new fridge out of it. You can put the other one maybe in the garage or outside in the bag. I don't know. Should they though? Should landlords have to supply the fridge?
You know, those are the things I was kind of wrapping my head around, because it is now an appliance that seems necessary.
Yes, kind of, sort of,
So,
yes.
Technically, they are supposed to supply you with all things that are necessary.
All appliances that are necessary, right?
So like washer and dryer for your clothes, not necessarily necessary.
Not necessary. You can go down to the laundromat.
But supplying of something to store food in, I think that's kind of necessary.
Yeah, dishwasher, not necessary.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little taken aback when I moved into the apartment and realized I don't have a fridge.
You know, I don't have a fridge. Wait a second. So now they'll have to give you one. No more plastic bags. That's why if you've gone into any place now, they've all become paper. No more plastics whatsoever. All the cheap paper ones that fall apart. Y'all know what I mean. And you can't declaw your cat anymore, apparently, either. What? Why do we make up those kinds of... If you have a cat and you can explain to me why, please call in. More on the other side, plus stories of the year as we round out the last of the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith P.
Sounds good. Thank you. Yep, Chris. D-boy, my resolution is not smoke any more weed. Also, I won't be smoking any. It's about. I was about to say, D-boy. That was funny. Anthony Bryant, those fire sticks have never worked very well for me. I've never had one. My brother-in-law has had one now for at least a year and a half. I shouldn't rat him out. I know a couple of people that do have them and swear by them. So maybe moving into the new year, I'll just have my brother-in-law jailbreak my my fire stick, and we'll see how that works. Do I have to get a different one, or can I use the one that I have now? That's my question. The McDonald's on Stockdale and Newstein is lousy. So is the one on Real Road isn't that bad. I'll give them that. The Taco Bell downtown is no, the Del Taco. I apologize to Taco Bell. Del Taco downtown. Terrible. Yeah. Rain is on 1/1/26 in AM and 1/3/26 in the AM. I thought we were supposed to have a whole ton of rain last week. That was my thing. Was where has the rain been? I thought we were going to get flooding long ago. I had a landlord who did all they could to avoid repairs. The fridge was one of the problems. If you ever want to, of course. Oh, it's Sergio. We'll just what we'll do here on the video is we'll put the dark light, so you'll just be in like a shadow, so they can't actually see your face. And then we'll get one of those voice modulator things that will disguise your voice, so every time you speak, it'll sound like this. And I don't want to be identified. My Afghaners tickets giveaway of Saturday game. Los Angeles got pummeled with rain.
And I just love your flashy ways. I guess it's why they're broken. You're so
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show.
Yes, P. Diddy did it.
Are we allowed to play Biggie?
Why?
Because P. Diddy's all over it. No pun intended.
P. Diddy though.
No pun. But come on. P. Diddy is in every single Biggie song. Every single. He's in the video.
Problem playing it.
He's in the video. I'm just saying.
Okay. Stuck his nose into a lot of things that he shouldn't have been in.
He sure did. Pun intended.
Yeah.
We can't play Biggie or anything P. Diddy. Just like you can't play, what is it, R. Kelly. You can't step in the name of love.
Okay, but
what?
If we're gonna start putting borderlines and stuff, Michael
too. I was gonna get there.
No,
I was gonna get there.
No one ever includes Michael in this.
But Michael was never found guilty. That's the only excuse I could give of still being able to play Michael. A lot of accusations.
Hold on, though.
Never guilty. My boy R. Kelly, guilty. P. Diddy, guilty.
Well, guilty of having freak parties.
That's all right.
He's not guilty of anything outside of that.
Guilty. So we had to boycott Biggie. Because over every.
I say we leave it up to the listener.
We're talking about tell your friends to get with my friends. So that line takes a whole different meaning now, especially when you see Biggie or P. Diddy in the hot tub in the video. A whole different thing. Just saying.
I mean, he would like.
And you can tell me Biggie didn't go to those parties?
That's probably why P. Diddy had him.
Just saying. Can't listen to Biggie anymore. Can't listen to Biggie. Shouldn't be listening to Snoop either, but I'm not even going to touch that
Don't
one
you
yet.
start. No, Snoop is off limits.
No, yeah, that's what everybody thinks until he gets taken down in this whole P. Diddy debacle.
He
People
won't.
forget that Snoop is a one-time. He wasn't guilty either. But murder was the case.
Snoop is everybody's unk now.
I know, which is crazy. He has the best PR firm ever. Him
and Ray Lewis.
He was the Ray Lewis too. But he was the face of gangster rap for a minute. And now he's everybody's lovable uncle because he hung out with Martha Stewart and it's cool to smoke weed. It's just crazy to me. But anyways, no more Biggie on the show, Chris. Sorry. His affiliation with P. Diddy has him guilty by association. Did you hear there was an officer-involved shooting this morning? A guy got shot apparently about 2:30 this morning, according to the police department. It happened over off of Mohawk Street, just north of Rosedale. There's one of those first streets up there that pulls into a community. They tried to pull a guy over. One of the occupants, after they stopped, tried to get out and run during the foot pursuit. He pointed a gun at the officers, in which officers then fired at him, striking him. He is in a hospital. Not sure what his condition is, but is it bad to say kudos to the officer? Good shot. Don't know if that's okay or not to say. And then somebody had tagged me over the weekend in a Facebook story. I love when you guys do this. Please draw my attention to things. It was the story about a man, and you guys know how I feel about DUIs. So just buckle up and make sure we're all sober, especially going into this New Year's holiday in the next couple of days. I'm just going to read the story. A man who pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor drunken driving charge has been sentenced in connection with that crash that killed a pedestrian crossing East California Avenue outside of a crosswalk. These details are important. Timothy Sanuga entered the no contest plea last week and was sentenced to, this is where I hope you're sitting down, and I'll try to explain a little bit why I am upset, but at least can see and give him a little bit of maybe grace. He was sentenced to 25, not years, not months, days. 25 days in jail with the option to serve work release. That's according to our favorite folks over at the Kern County District Attorney's Office. Cynthia, Happy New Year. He must also serve 3 years probation and pay restitution and fines. Not sure how you pay restitution to a dead man by only serving 25 days in jail. Now, this happened back on May 9th. Anthony Gregory Martinez, 34, was hit by Sanuga while crossing the road in the 700 block of East California Avenue. Another vehicle heading in the same direction also hit Mr. Martinez. He was taken to Kern Medical, I still call it KMC, where he was pronounced dead within the hour. Both drivers remained at the scene. Sanuga was arrested after an officer determined he was under the influence of alcohol. Now, this KGET story doesn't give me the blood alcohol content, so I don't know how much over the legal limit he was, which would help in me trying to justify the 25 days. I can only kind of assume what happened was Mr. Sanuga decided to have maybe a couple beers, got in his car, probably, and again, I don't know what his blood alcohol content was, so I'm only assuming here, probably only had a couple beers and wasn't terribly over the legal limit. was driving down East California, and it's happened to probably all of us at one time or another, where somebody steps into the roadway and tries to either cross the street in front of you, or is running through, or is a crazy person. And I don't know Mr. Martinez's case here of why he ran into the road or why he was in the road out of a crosswalk that night. But you guys know me. There has to be some personal responsibility in that as well. But I'm still trying to cross that bridge of saying 25 days and I guess his attorney would argue that, and a good attorney would, you can't prove that it was my vehicle strike. And this is really, and I want to say bleeped up, this is really jacked up. Mr. Sanuga can argue, well, you don't know if it was my car hitting him that killed him. It could have been the car behind me that also hit him that ultimately killed him. But I also have to look at it and say, Mr. Sanuga, you did drink, and you guys know me. I don't think, even if you have one, you should probably rethink about getting in the vehicle, because something like this could happen. What if you're not Madison Williams, allegedly drunk, flying past the stop sign, and you just had a couple, and you're like 0.09, and you're driving down the street, somebody hits you, you get the DUI. And so I'm not saying he was, I don't know. I don't know what his blood alcohol content was. I can only assume. But he did decide to drink and drive. And you know me, don't have one, don't get in the car. But 25 days in jail with the option to serve work release after killing a man, when you decided to drive under the influence, I'm not sure 25 days is the right sentence. Maybe that's where I struggle. It's like, what does he get? 5 years? He killed a man. Do you have to start looking at intent? How drunk was he? Does he have a drinking problem? Was it his first DUI? Unfortunately, I don't have all of the facts in this case, and I didn't look it up before, but I still, even in trying to give Mr. Sanuga grace of somebody stepped into the road outside of a crosswalk, of another car also hit the guy, I still can't cross that bridge that 25 days is enough time in jail. It's just my opinion. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN if you guys want to join the conversation at any time. Do we have somebody on the line? No?
No. 49er Larry just wanted to call in to let Ralph know that he was right about the Niner game this weekend.
Ralph's on vacation, 49er Larry.
So I told him.
Who's filling in for Ralph today?
He didn't believe me.
Is it Kathy Abernathy?
It's Kathy today, yes.
Kathy Abernathy filling in for the vacationing Ralph Bailey. Ralph will be out all week. Tomorrow, Teresa Goldner. And
yes, Teresa Goldner.
Wednesday is Cassie Biddle.
Correct. And
Thursday is New Year's Day, so you'll hear a best of. And then Friday is Rick Bentley returning, KGET entertainment reporter.
Correct. I'm getting a text here to ask me to tell you to fix your mustache, as there is a crumb in it, apparently. I'm not sure.
No, that's white hair. Thank you. That's white hair.
Oh,
yeah, I'm getting old. See it down here, too? Yeah, all you YouTube. Yeah, I didn't shave today.
I was gonna say,
that's
I think
a white
that
hair.
little white speck is a white hair.
Thanks. Look at for you on YouTube. Clean out my mustache.
I need some just for men.
No. I always said that. Thank you. Who was that? Who does it have a name on it?
It's not.
Is it a 661 area code?
It is.
I'll find out in the break. But I always said whenever I got the first white hair in my mustache that I was going to shave it off. And when that happened a couple years ago, I just could not come to shaving it off. And I don't know if I ever could shave off on my mustache at this point. I've had it for too long. I just, unless a charity came and wanted to do a fundraiser in which we raised a whole ton of money, then and only then would I even consider and maybe think about shaving off my mustache. Just a thought for you nonprofits out there. If you need somebody to help you raise charity, I'm your guy. Is that the only text message? 661-842-5376.
Let's see. No, I got a couple more here.
What else you got?
JR, it's sickening that people get more time for financial crimes than killing people. The judicial system has really gone downhill.
I mean, I can tell you there's people that 25 days in jail. And again, I'm trying to give Mr. Sanuga the benefit of the doubt in every way possible, but still I can't wrap my brain around you were driving under the influence in an accident that you were involved in. I'm not even going to say that you caused because Mr. Martinez was outside of the crosswalk. But I can also say that if you had decided after you drank whatever you drank that night to not get in the vehicle, you would not have been going down East California at that time and you would not have struck Mr. Martinez. And so you have to pay in some way or form for that. And I'm not sure that 25 days and 3 years probation deters people from drinking and driving. And that's why we have the problem that we do here, in my opinion. 661-842-KERN. What else is up there?
I have rentals, and I always supplied a refrigerator. I can't tell you how many times renters destroyed the walls and corners, moving their fridges in and out.
Oh, yeah, and couches. Couches are probably the worst, too.
Yeah, moving out, I don't think anybody really
No, moving in, you're a little bit more cautious. You're like, hey, dude, watch the wall when we turn this. Can you turn it that way so we don't ding the wall right there? But then when you're moving out, you got to get this thing. How do we get this thing in anyways?
Throw out a toothpaste on it. We'll be okay.
You don't even want to know what I did to the hotel in Anaheim. Tinkerbell tore that place up. Anything? Who are you that has a lot of rentals? Do you have anything in the 2 to 3 bedroom range?
At a good price.
I'm looking for for something around $2,000. I'm looking. Let Chris know or me. Reach me on social media. I did see a place downtown. I think it's one of Steve Holloway's places.
I did hear he had one open.
Yeah. So I shot him a message and he was kind enough to return that message. 661-842-5376. Anything else before we go to break?
One more. It says, I'm done with the NFL. I paid $380 for NFL ticket thinking I get all of the out-of-market games. I was wrong. Now that they black out games on ticket that you can only see on Amazon Prime, YouTube, and Peacock.
Whoa.
So greedy.
Wait a second. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you buy the NFL Sunday ticket.
If you're buying NFL ticket, all you're buying.
It's YouTube now, right?
Well,
is that who has the ticket?
You can go through YouTube TV as well. That's kind of a conjoined thing. But the only thing that you're buying is really the non-primetime games.
Right.
Everything else you have to have this the streaming services for.
That's insane. And the other thing about it is that with TV and the games they put on now, they're crappy games. Let's just be honest. I watched a couple of them. They weren't that good. The only reason I was really paying attention to them is because I had players in my fantasy football team, and that if anything has probably boosted NFL more than anything they've done in the last 10 years. Is the fanatics that play like myself fantasy football every single year, and I would have never watched who'd Pittsburgh play over the weekend, or who'd
Pittsburgh lost to the Browns.
Seattle
beat the Panthers.
See, I would have never have watched those games, but I had Seattle's tight end, so I had to pay attention to the game, all because of fantasy football. Let's get to a break. On the other side, we'll take some more of your text messages and phone calls. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. I'll tell you about a couple more people that are getting pay raises in the new year that I don't think should. And what was the other thing that I wanted to Oh yeah, the Anthony Joshua accident happened this morning, and Beyonce becoming a billionaire. Hard Rock jackpots. Where to recycle trees and New Year's resolutions, all coming up next. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, I'm fixing to piss you off.
What?
It has come to my attention that we do not have baritone copy for this week.
Huh.
And it is all over your log for today and tomorrow.
Why are you crying?
Hmm?
Why are you crying?
Because I feel like I just crapped on everybody's day.
What?
Because I didn't know what was going on.
Oh.
Nah.
That's
Anyway, apparently.
Mine autofills. So whenever they're missing like that, because I noticed some over the weekend, but then they started to come in.
Yeah.
Like there was, because we were working so far ahead, I guess,
Yeah.
some of that was missing. And I was like, okay. And I came in over the holiday and was like, and saw some of them coming up and was like, okay, I know some of them were coming in. I just didn't know which ones were and weren't at that point. But with the new system, it has that feature where it autofills.
Okay, cool.
And so if I had a 3-minute break and one was dead, it put in like a PSA or something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay,
Mine stayed on time all weekend.
the FM guys, it's no big deal because they can
Yeah.
throw in another
Yeah, no.
song or whatever.
Yeah.
But because what happened? Do you have time?
Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know how long your break is.
No,
I
you're
don't
fine.
know how long your break is. That sounds really crappy.
You're my traffic lady.
Right?
What do you mean?
Oh my God.
No, but I moved stuff, so you're. I think it's 3.5.
The baritone through Westwood ended yesterday.
Okay.
Well, the new one, which I didn't know who it was until today, they didn't bother to send the second part of that email, is Skype.
Well, remember, because
Yeah.
remember
And
I
I'm
forwarded
like,
you
okay.
and it said they weren't going to be the ones doing it anymore. But right, they
So
didn't
where-
give instructions on where am I
yeah,
supposed to find
yeah,
this at?
so I'm pulling out my app. So anyway, the new people don't start until the 5th. So this week
is off
in
week.
limbo. So instead of trying to find it and load it up by hand, I'm just gonna burn the week.
Yeah.
And so starting Wednesday, you won't
see it on the log.
have to mess with it.
Okay.
But it's just the baritones. Everybody else you should have.
Yeah. I think it was the get upsides, which are all over the place.
All over, and I mean, they're on Premiere, so who cares? There's
Right.
websites
Well,
everywhere.
because one is labeled get upside and the other one is
It's
just upside.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, way to try to sneak it in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, and the baritones, of course, have to be the big baddies. They run like a bajillion times
Yep.
a day.
Yeah.
So anyway,
All right.
thank you for not
Yeah.
being mad at me.
Nah, it's like I said, I noticed because, and a lot of it I assumed because we were working so far ahead
Yeah.
that it was like, okay, I'm going to trust that some of these are going to come
Yeah.
through.
Well, they did explain to me that does take in consideration, but because the card number, I think you explained it to me, the card numbers are already in there.
Yeah,
They automatically.
they automatically
just
fill them back in.
If they were new card numbers, we
Then it would be-
so
yeah.
We're not doing that.
No, no.
Anyway, thank you.
All right. Welcome back. Chris is flashing gang signs at me. What happened? Okay. Oh, we have a couple callers before the year in 661-842 KERN. Who do you got first? Is it Cindy? Cindy. Happy Christmas, Merry New Year, Cindy. Happy Christmas, Hana Kwanzaa. Christmas, Hana Kwanzaa. Groundhog's Day, all of it. Cindy, how have you been? And long time no talk. Glad to hear from you. Are you retired yet?
Yeah, back in May, remember?
Nah, that's right. Yeah, good for you.
Cinco de Mayo. Actually, it was May 2nd. My first day off was May 5th.
There you go.
I didn't stop being an employee until August 22nd when my vacation time ran out.
I do when you're working for the county, and you got your pension. So technically, you're still on the payroll, Cindy. Come on. Of course, of your years of public service, which I thank you for, by the way.
I deserve that little $5,000. I mean, I could do more, but
Take what you can get, Cindy. You made off like a bandit. What's on your mind today as the year closes out?
over 20 years ago, it's something that really hit its day angers me.
Okay.
When you were mentioning this man about the drunk driver. They hit the guy and killed him.
Right.
Okay, over 20 years ago, it's probably more like 25. I don't know, but it's just anyway. An 18-year-old girl, she was driving drunk, and she hit this man in a wheelchair one night. And the man was a little bit more in the roadway than he should have been. And she was drunk. She hit him and she killed him. So we thought, oh man, that poor guy. Oh, and she's going to go to jail for vehicular manslaughter, yada, yada, yada. What happened is the DA's office came out and said, no, we're not going to charge her with vehicular manslaughter because, get this, had she been sober, she still would have hit him anyway because he was in the roadway a little bit more than he should have been. But my thing was, heck, if she hadn't been drunk driving, she wouldn't have been out there to hit him in the first place.
That's always my argument,
you
Cindy.
said, you know what I mean?
That's always my argument is if you would have not been in that vehicle, and it's the same thing for unlicensed or uninsured drivers, it might not have been your fault technically, but had you not been on the roadway illegally, we could also argue that would have never happened.
Well, that's true too. But for, in the past, I've admittedly have been an unlicensed driver, so I won't go that far.
Oh my gosh, Cindy.
Well, as long as I'm not drinking, I'm an unlicensed driver.
You lawbreaker, you.
I was a lawbreaker then. But anyway, that just angered me. I think about that from time to time, and it's been over 25 years, and I still get enraged about it.
I'm sure some of these stories will feel
with vehicular manslaughter because she ran the man over and she killed him.
Yeah.
But that was their story. Well, had she been sober, she still would have hit him.
Yeah.
So
and I'm sure, again, that's probably what the argument is here is who's responsible for the accident? Is it the guy that was out of the crosswalk, or was it the drunk driver that shouldn't have been on the roadway? They both were, I guess, a little bit at fault. And so you try to balance that, but 25 days, that's not balance.
It's 100%. It's 100% the drivers that should not have been driving.
Yeah.
Whether that person was drunk or was in the roadway, a car would not have been there to hit them.
That's
at least not that particular car.
Look at that, Cindy. We end the year agreeing on something. Look at that. Finally. Well, happy. What else?
Hey, are you going to vote for Gavin Newsom for president?
Get out of here. See, now you ruined it all, Cindy. Happy Christmas. Merry New Year. I got to get some other people in before the show ends. Thanks for listening, Cindy. I always appreciate you. Call in whenever you want to. Always appreciate it. 661-842-KRN. Who else you got?
Irene, real quick.
Irene, what's on your mind?
Oh, there's a lot on my mind. How are you?
Pretty good. Thanks. You got about a minute and a half.
Oh, well, you know what? There's so much on my mind. Gavin Newsom is a joke. This homeless situation is just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I saw a clip with him earlier talking about it, and I was going to bring that up.
He is, there's so much on.
Hello, Irene?
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was listening to the radio, and I need to just turn it off, but I can't get up because I just got out of the hospital. I was recently homeless, and I just bought an RV.
Oh, goodness. Good for you for at least getting up off the streets, and I pray for a speedy recovery for you.
Oh, thank you so very much. It is so hard out there. Nobody understands really that, they could help by just giving a hand to help somebody.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all you need is just a hand, Irene.
Just a hand. There was more that I wanted to talk to you about, but
well, call back. I'm always here. You can always email me too, jr@kernradio.com. You can reach me there and get in communication, and I'll be happy to write you back. And I'd love to talk to you and hear your story, Irene.
Oh, thank you so very much. Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, and New Year and all that.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and all of those too. Thank you so much for listening, Irene. 661-842-5376. Who else was on the line at least?
No, that was it. Irene was awesome.
At least we got them all in for the year, and what a year it has been. I want to thank you guys for being a part of this roller coaster. I appreciate you all so very much as we look forward to 2026. Who knows what is ahead, but please stay tuned as I just enjoy being a part of your guys' day. Stay tuned. Up next, Kathy Abernathy filling in for the vacationing Ralph Bailey on the Ralph Bailey Show. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
AM 1180 KERN. Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM. Bakersfield. Online at KERN.
All right, y'all, I'm out. I got a meeting with my boss at 3, and I think I'm getting fired.
Hello.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
How are you doing?